Hey, this is Bradley J. Doing another StreamYard video, man. I like to call it In the Studio with Bradley J. And let me bring on my guest today. I think everybody knows when you say Chef Adam. I think everybody in Topeka and Northeast Kansas knows your name. How are you today?
Good, good. How are you doing?
I am good. I am very excited to talk to you. One, because I'm not a chef in the kitchen. I tell people I cook to survive. So I just put some food, get it there, it's eatable, and go from it. But like I said, I've heard your name, and I'm very excited to talk to you, and especially talk to you about Valeo. There's a event that you're doing with Valeo, and we're going to get to that here in a little bit. But how does Chef Adam get involved with Valeo here in Topeka?
It started about 5 years ago. So this is actually our fifth event doing it. Valeo does a lot of stuff with like mental health and anxiety and stuff like that, and they help our community. And so, just being a chef and in this industry, I've said many times before, like you go through a lot of stuff, like go through some anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And so, 5 years ago, I had the idea of doing a fundraiser for some just local company and stuff like that. And so, mental health is big in my life and stuff. So did some research, found Valeo, reached out to Amy, some of their staff, met with them, and they've just been super awesome, super supportive of the restaurant. They bring awareness to, I mean, the whole city of Topeka and surrounding cities. I mean, they do an awesome job. So I fell in love with them and what they're about, and so we've built this awesome relationship, still going.
That is awesome, man. And like you said, 5 years ago, in the event that we're going to be talking about, it's a special fundraising event to benefit Valeo Behavioral Health Care, and it's going to be going on Thursday through Saturday. Is that correct?
Actually Tuesday through Saturday.
Oh,
So it
Tuesday.
starts next week, all week long. So Tuesday we open all the way through Saturday of next week.
I just want to say there was fancy writing, and it does say Tuesday, and I was like, oh, it's Thursday. It's like Tuesday. So I need to do this while I'm doing this so everyone knows. Wow, that is funny. Real quick, so you have a restaurant here in Topeka.
Yep. It's the White Linen. We're located downtown, in the old Columbian building. Just an awesome old building. It's one of the oldest buildings still left here in Topeka. And it's just an awesome historical place. So
See, look, I corrected it, and there's
yeah,
time
that's
and
perfect.
I've heard about the White Linen. I haven't had a chance to come down there and eat, but I've heard great things about it, and it's one of the places on my list. I was telling Chef Adam, I'm not a cook in the kitchen, so I eat to survive. So I make food in my kitchen to survive. So I know when I go to the White Linen, my taste buds are going to be like, where did you take me? What is going on? But this great event that you have going on. You talked a little bit about it, but the event is so important to you. Is there a specific reason why?
um, just me personally and some family members and stuff that like everybody goes through some stuff. Everybody goes through depression at some point in their life. Um, and everybody needs help sometimes. You're not alone. You always need to reach out and visit with people, and sometimes you need to visit with people that's not your close family members. Like you need to reach out to some other people that you don't know, that maybe they have a different input in life and stuff like that. So it's just been important. Like it's one of those subjects that always been swept under the rug for the last 15, 20 years. No one talks about mental health and stuff like that. So it's just awesome to kind of help and kind of build that back up. I said the other day, like just the last few years that we've been doing it, mental health has just became more and more better. Like it's a better topic to talk about and stuff. People's not ashamed or not as scared to talk about it stuff. So it's getting better and we're helping a lot of people. So that's the most important thing.
And that was one of the things, like you touched on, like they used to make it like it was shameful to
Yeah.
have anxiety or be depressed or
Yeah.
anything like that. And now it's not. It's being brought to the forefront, which is a good thing. And Valeo is doing that. Chef Adam is helping out doing that. And the fundraiser Tuesday through Saturday. So it's a fundraiser. It's about food. So how can people make reservations?
Yeah, they need to make them now. That's all I'll say. They need to make them now because next week will fill up. So they can go to our website, thewhitelinen.com. Our numbers are on there. They can message us on Facebook. Um, any way possible. They can stop in here. I'm usually here every day prepping. If they can't figure the internet out and website, they can stop in here and I can put them in myself. So it's a big event. The days are slowly filling up already. Next weekend's getting super packed already. So yeah, it's going to be a good event.
And you can see right there, I put it up there. Reservations can be made online, thewhitelinen.com, or by calling the number 785-350-2500. All right. So at my house, I've told you, I just, the same menu all the time, but I know it's not the same menu down at your place. Let's speak about the menu. What's going to be on the
Yeah.
menu after people make their reservation? What can they expect at the White Linen?
Yeah, so every year what we do is we do just a special menu. Usually it's like a 4-course menu. Everybody gets the same thing. It's $60 a person, but like I said, 50% of profits will go to Valeo. But on the menu, you start with just an awesome seasonal salad. Has some fruit on there, some goat cheese, some candied pecans, and then we're doing like a mozzarella filled ravioli. And I'm a big chorizo fan. Me and my wife love chorizo, and it has a little spice to it. So we're doing a mozzarella filled ravioli with a chorizo cream on it. And then everybody for their main entree will get a Casey strip that we're doing with some garlic mashed potatoes. And then everybody gets a little chocolate mousse tart for dessert. So,
Man, we're doing this right before lunch too.
yeah.
I'm like, wow. And it's all for $60. That's a great
Yeah.
price.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And
go
yeah.
ahead.
And no, we want to do something like that just so it drives a lot of people in here and affordable. They get a good 4-course meal. And just like I said, support a good cause and pack the house.
All right. Before I let you go, I love to do this on my show. And when I have guests on there, I like to ask them some questions on my show on 94.5 Country. I call them big questions. But I was thinking about this. I was like, what's this question Chef Adam maybe hasn't been asked in an interview? And I thought, okay, maybe I've got one. And maybe you've been asked this before. So you know the big holidays, right? New Year's
Yeah.
Eve. Because do you have a favorite time to cook for a holiday?
It's funny that you asked that because it's like usually the big holidays I don't want to cook.
I figured. Okay, let's say if you had to cook for a big holiday, which one would it be and what would you cook?
I would do Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I love everything about Thanksgiving. Even though like I'm not a big turkey fan, but like a good ham or like short ribs. I love stuffing, sweet potatoes, all that stuff with Thanksgiving. That would be my holiday for sure.
Well, it's good. Do you get time off though around the holidays not to cook? Are you just kind of like, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to sit in a chair, let somebody else.
Yeah.
Do you get time off?
Yeah, I do. Like when I go to like my family things or my wife's family things, like we'll take a side dish, but I think both of our families know not to ask me to cook. So I just get to go and like enjoy it, which is awesome. And I'll still help in the kitchen here and there,
Right.
but it's just fun to go and enjoy it too.
Okay, last question. I have another one. It just came to me when you said your wife. What was the first meal that you cooked for your wife, and what was her reaction?
Pasta, homemade pasta, and she loved it. That's her go-to dish. Every time she wants me to make something, it's pasta. Like I will never forget that because that was the first time she's ever had homemade like egg yolk pasta. And it was just something simple with like a garlic butter and stuff on it. But anybody who hasn't had homemade pasta is missing out because it's the best pasta out there.
So, do you have the homemade pasta at the restaurant?
There's sometimes we bring it on. It's just labor intensive to just make a ton of pasta, and with how our menu works and there's courses, it just takes a lot to make pasta. But if we do like a special event, we always make some homemade pasta.
I'm keeping that in the back of my mind because you said I've
Yeah,
never had homemade pasta, so I'm like, I'm going to be checking your Facebook page,
yeah,
social media, and everything. Man, hey, thanks for joining us on this and getting the word out about this very special fundraiser. Again, you've seen on the screen, reservations can be made online at thewhitelinen.com or calling 785-350 2500. Okay, wait, one more question. Since
yeah,
I've got you here, man, I'm just like, these questions come to my head. So
yeah.
I'm a single guy. And what would, if I was going to make dinner for a date, for a first date, what should I make? Now, keep in mind, I'm not real good in the kitchen. I can get stuff done and I can follow instructions. Okay.
Um, Shoot, a first date, especially homemade. I mean,
Tough.
you can't go wrong with just like a good steak. Like a good steak with it's because it's all about the toppings too. Like a good steak with like blue cheese and some tomatoes on top, or some sautéed leeks and butter on top of a steak. Like steaks are steaks, we all get that, but it's what we put on top of the steak that makes it way better. So there's different ways you can do that, but steaks are like a go-to for sure.
See, I'm gonna get back there in the dating scene and good advice when it comes to food. The White Linen for a special fundraising event benefiting Valeo Behavioral Health Care, Tuesday, September 26th through Saturday, September 30th. Again, so you can stop by the White Linen. What's your address again for people?
112 Southwest 6th Avenue, downtown Topeka.
All right, there you go, the White Linen. Chef Adam, this is a pleasure for me, man. I've just, like I
Yeah,
said, I've heard such great things about you and about your restaurant and everything like that. And it's an honor and a privilege for me to talk to you, not only to you, but also about this great event that you're helping out. Is there anything that you want to say before I let you go?
Um, no, I appreciate you having me on. It's awesome. It's always awesome to talk to people about this event, just get the word out there even more. So that's what I love doing, and what makes this event so special to me.
All right. Well, you will be seeing me down at the White Linen soon, man. I need to stop by and have dinner.
Sounds good. Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Chef Adam, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, we're always going live and talking about things that are going on in the community here in Topeka.